I'm Colonel Hector Bravado of Denver6shooter.com. We're down here at Interstate on a pre-Thanksgiving night to talk to a couple of denizens of the bar, help them out with their job interview skills, and also talk to the bartender and find out what goes into his signature drink. Come on inside, let's see who's around. The talent pool is deep here at Interstate, so we're going to talk to the one and only, the illustrious Sid Pink about his skill set. Mr. Pink, would you join us?
Thank you. Colonel.
So Sid Pink, Colonel Hector Bravado, at your service.
Thanks for having me.
You wouldn't think, but as six-shooter has grown, I found that I have need for a personal bodyguard.
Oh, right. Maybe it's those hats you wear. Really annoy people. Not me, but I'm just saying maybe.
Either that or the, the death threats that I email to radio stations every day.
Yeah, those are awesome.
And I taunted a group of Michael Savage fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then that might have something to do with it. Adam, how you doing? Colonel Hector Bravado.
Colonel.
As you know, as a colonel, I do often require bodyguards. Basically, I'm looking for a new member of my security detachment. I'm looking for ruthlessness. I'm looking for color coordination. And can you do that thing where you jump sideways with like two guns at once and like birds fly out?
Oh, okay. I can maybe rustle up some.
So, beautiful. Well done. And one last thing. Do you have any compunctions about unloading your weapon into a crowd of unarmed bystanders?
Oh, absolutely not.
Beautiful. I think you're going to do well at six-shooter.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Adam. Cheers. We'll be getting back to you. And next time, bring some more guns. Describe to me, if you can, your background with tactical weapons training, particularly in small arms.
Absolutely. I came up with spud guns and moved up to full PVC potato guns. Compressed air, used a lot of that stuff, moved on to nail guns. I don't like regular guns very much. They seem like, I don't know, maybe just for Mexicans.
Tell me a little bit more about the skill set that you bring to bear every day.
Deep intelligence, vast oceanic knowledge of various creative fields, an uncanny ability to manage and be managed, and deep spiritual insight.
Well, that's quite a skill set. Do you have any experience making waffles or making dogs fight? We're going to take a quick break from the job interviews right now and talk to Interstate Kitchen and Bar proprietor Joseph Newman, who is going to show us just what goes into his signature cocktail. Tell me about what you're going to make for us tonight.
Tonight we're going to make one of our standard etiquettes. This is the cocktail I put on the menu to make all you vodka drinkers whiskey drinkers.
I note that Interstate prides itself on its whiskey selection.
We do. Craft American Beers and Whiskeys, boasting over 65 whiskeys at this point.
I am now a Corner Creek convert, thanks to you.
Well, I'm trying to do my best.
Show us what you got.
Here's what we're doing. Classic cocktail. We're going to start with some American bourbon. Follow that up. Fresh squeezed pink grapefruit juice. And some house-made honey simple syrup.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the origins of the cocktails? How did this come from the Spiritus Mundi through Joseph to your shaker?
Well, to begin with, who doesn't love whiskey? We need a little more brown liquor in our system. Secondly, everybody knows the best cocktails in the world. I made a fresh squeezed juice. And if you put a little bit of honey simple syrup in there, and last but not least, a whole lot of love, you got one damn fine cocktail. Zesty with a little grapefruit, it's not going to be complete.
Hey, I heard there are actually three layers to a citrus fruit. The zest, the whatnot, and the other thing. Exactly. Do you only try to get like a certain layer of it?
Well, what you want really is all that zest, that fine oils that come off of there, fall right straight in to finish off the cocktail, and then dress it with a little bit of the backside of it.
And I don't think we've covered it yet, but what's this bad boy called?
Standard etiquette.
Standard etiquette, something in which I'm unschooled, but let's see how it works. That is fucking capital.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
I believe there are only truly 4 principles to success. Doing stuff, talking to people, wearing a shirt, showing up. We're going to see how well other people practice the good interview principles that are going to get you ahead in today's competitive job market. I was looking at your resume and it said that in 2008 you successfully provided security for a hootenanny. Can you give me some detail on that?
Yeah, they called me up. It was there's a couple different hootenanny companies here. There's a regional one and there's a more local one. They're kind of more purist.
That's not to be confused with the Wang Dang Doodles.
No, I typically don't go in for that. I find typically they don't pay. They're like 90 plus. I'm a net 30 kind of guy when I invoice.
Understandable.
So, hootenannies are the way to go. I got to them through the Jug Band Union. I don't know if you're familiar with those, the local 126.
They're pretty good, but did you have to protect any jugs or bands?
Yeah, I was in charge of at least, I would say, 6 to 8 jugs. So, I'm real hands-on. You know, I don't like people laughing at my career either.
Tell me a little bit about what you're doing now.
Well, I'm unemployed right now, but I used to be in the cake decorating industry. I used to run a cake farting business, and I would decorate the cakes for the cake farting. So it's a pretty competitive field. There's a lot of cake decorators out there, and I wanted to make sure that my cakes were the ones that the girls were farting on.
Who farts on a cake?
Pretty much anyone off the street who doesn't have a job will fart on a cake for the right amount of money.
I'm going to put my consumer hat on for a minute, and I'll just say I wake up in the morning and it's like, by God, I want a cake that's been farted on. Essentially what you're saying is I'm going to watch a video of a woman farting on a cake.
You're probably just in it for the video, but if you put on your really perverted consumer hat, you can probably come up with some other uses for it.
Have you ever wanted a position where you could actually contribute something to society?
Not really.
That's impressive.
Kind of like that. And then, corn dog.
Mr. Pink, you're hired.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot. That's great.
You're fired.
Oh, well, fuck you. So like a potato gun shot up your ass.
That concludes a night of revelry and sorrow down here at Interstate. Don't forget to come to Denver6shooter.com. It's Denver's home of the literate, urban lush. Look forward to seeing you next time for more bar adventures. Cheers.